if I want to configure this PC, I will use the config. Let me just maximize again. Go to config, and I can change the name here, display name, right? So I can change it from PC0 to something headquarters PC1, whatever name I'm giving. Now, as you can see, well, the reason we're not seeing it is because we hid the name. So go to option, preferences, show device name. So just put headquarters PC1 there. Okay, where is it gone? It's gone miss. Okay. Now, the IP address, I can give it the gateway and the DNS servers here. That's the global. Now, if I go to the interface, on the interface, I can give an IP address and the subnet mask. And I have to enable the interface, make sure that this is ticked on. I can move to the next tab, which is desktop. In the desktop, I can do the IP configuration here. For example, let's say this one is got 192.168.100.1. The subnet mask is the same, default. And the gateway is 192.168.100.254. Say that. Okay. I gave it an IP address for the DNS, say 192.168.100.253. Now, these IP addresses are private. I'm just picking it from the head. There's nothing. Yeah, you can change them the way you want to. 10.1.1.1 and so on. Now you can even give public IP addresses. Nothing is going to stop you. Here is just a virtual environment. Okay, so I'm going to keep 192.168.100.1. That's my configuration done. Dial-up terminal line. I already told you this. If you want to connect with the console cable to the router. Command prompt. Now if you start pinging something, first command, ipconfig. Spell it correctly, ipconfig. Okay, I can see the IP address I just gave, the subnet mask, and the default gateway. I can see the link local IPv6 address as well. It's enabled. Okay. Here, for example, you can do a question mark and see what commands are available for you. So obviously, the command that we just run. ARP, delete. There, in the PC, mainly the commands that I use is ipconfig, this command, ping, another command, and telnet. Sometimes tracert. Not that many commands available. Okay. Now we move on to the laptop. Well, laptop is the same. The configuration is the same as the PC. So I'm just going to give an IP address to the laptop. If you want to, for example, laptop change the fast Ethernet to the change the fast Ethernet to, for example, wireless, you have to remove this card. Now, if I try to remove without switching off, it will give me an error. So you can't do that while the power. Cannot remove a module when the power is on. So first thing, we have to switch it off. So switch it off. Remove the device and put this one back on. That's a wireless, and switch it on. Now the laptop is wireless connected. Config desktop. I do the IP configuration. I'm not going to do DHCP, static. So 192.168.100.2, 192.168.100.254. The gateway 168.100.253 is the DNS. Okay. The server is a bit different. So if I click on the server now, I can do the configuration same as what I did earlier. Same as I did earlier. Go to desktop, IP configuration. Now this is going to be 192.168.100.253 and the gateway 192.168.100.254 and 192.168.100.253, which is itself as a DNS. Okay, so configuration is similar here. You can do a traffic generator. You can make it generate some traffic for QoS and stuff. Here, the server has got this config tab, which is very important. Here, different services available from our server. So the first service is HTTP. This is available. So if you want, this is on by default. So if you want to access this server as an HTTP, then this website is gonna show. this website, it's editable, so you can change this. I can change the text as well, what is going to appear. So say CCNA.com. okay, now this server can be as a DHCP. To make as a DHCP, first you have to enable it, so or turn it on, and then you change the gateway, the servers, the DNS servers, start IP address, and you need to save it. This is a default pool, so you can't delete it. So if I click on the remove, it's not going to allow me, but you can edit it. This can be a TFTP server, for example. TFTP is where we store our operating system, like iOS images and running or saved startup configuration files. These are already some iOS images already here. We can remove them and add our own one. So let me just delete all of these. Okay, there's no TFTP. Here you start from fresh. You can add your own iOS images. DNS as well needs to be turned on. It's off by default, so switch it on, the DNS. Name, say PC1. Different records available: A record, C name, SOA, and NS records. But for us, it's only A record. A record means that it's gonna translate or convert names to an IP address or IP address to a name. So PC1 IP address was 192.168.100.1. Add that. I'm gonna add laptop 1 as well, and the IP address was 192.168.100.2. And say I'm gonna put www.ccna.com, and the address is this server is gonna host that. So it's gonna be 192.168.100.253. Add that. So a few records available for us. The next one is the syslog, AAA, NTP, email, FTP, and firewall. We're not gonna that much dive into these, but these top 4 ones, you have to be very familiar with them. Okay, now these 2 are completed. Now let me just go and change the laptop's wireless card to wired. So physical, switch the laptop off, take the wireless card off, and put one of these. You have to read them here. So this one is a telephone line, so it's no good, right? Next one, laptop 1, LAN backbone, PRI, but this is Ethernet. So the next one is a fast Ethernet. So yep, that's what we want. Fast Ethernet, and switch it back on. The configuration that we did, we don't need to save it anywhere. Nah, it didn't take it. It must have made something. Oh, will you change the card? So 192.168.100.2. There we go. If you make a mistake here, for example, this will not take it as well. So, but when you do it correctly, you just close it. There's no save or anything. It will save it automatically. Right. Now I'm going to connect the laptop and the PC with these devices. So connect the PC. So it will be a straight through cable, connections, straight through, PC, fast Ethernet with a hub, and straight through cable, laptop with a switch. Done. Okay, the next thing is the hub. There's no configuration in the hub. Hub is unintelligent device, so there's nothing you need to do. You can just change the name, but that's it. If you want to change the names of these devices without actually going in there, you can do it from here. So I can just click in there inside and change the name. So maybe HQ laptop 1. Right, I said earlier I will give the IP addresses. So here, for example, the IP address or place a note of this server was 192.168.100.253. That's the server. And I'll place a note on the laptop. Laptop was 192.168.100.2. And I'll place a note for a PC as well. That was 192.168.100.1. Okay, excellent. Now this is what the packet trace is great, because you can bring here as many PCs as you want, as many laptops as you want, and that's a problem with the real devices, because I can't get this